Paradise is the most disgusting anime. Yeah, if you're a gooner, Hell's Paradise is 100% for you. I started a new anime called Hell's Paradise. I'm also simultaneously started Mob Psycho. Those are the two animes that I recently started. What is y'all's takes on Hell's Paradise? I'm just kind of curious. If I'm giving you a take, you could debate a little bit, but don't like, you know what I mean? Don't make it like negative energy. Like it's okay to have different opinions. Don't change mine sort of situation. I won't change your opinion, but you also shouldn't change mine. That's my take, all right? I will give you my take, but it's kind of just like, you give me a take, I give me a take, but it's not me changing your opinion. It's not you changing my opinion. So everyone, if you want to give your take, you can 100% give your anime take. But yeah, don't change me and I don't change you sort of situation. Has anyone watched Hell's Paradise? This is the first one I want to discuss. Hell's Paradise and Mob Psycho. I recently started Hell's Paradise and Mob Psycho due to like a lot of you guys recommending it, friends recommending it. So I wanted to hear if you guys liked Hell's Paradise or Mob Psycho. And if you guys have seen both and have any takes on it, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I really like Mob Psycho. I've given Mob Psycho a second shot and I'm gonna rank it pretty high. Okay, Mob Psycho is actually pretty good. And now Hell's Paradise. Y'all gooners watching Hell's Paradise. Oh my god, if you said Hell's Paradise is good, you're a fucking gooner. Let me explain. I have evidence backing this up, okay? I have evidence. I'm judging y'all. Whoever recommended Hell's Paradise to me, you're a fucking gooner. Let me explain. This is Hell's Paradise. This is the first goddamn episode of Hell's Paradise. The second episode and the first episode are scenes of a lady getting groped by these fear hands. These like they're like grabbing her boobas. Okay, so it's weird. All right, holy. Episode 2, there's like so much nudity. Episode 3, there's this shit, and there's this like, oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, that's flashbang, but like, Hell's Paradise is the most disgusting anime. Hell's Paradise is so much nudity. It is insane. It is insane. Let me explain. You're saying that I'm focused on the wrong thing. The problem is this is made for the male gaze. As a woman who wants to focus on the plot line, I don't want to see naked ladies. There's nothing wrong with hentai. You can watch hentai. I can watch hentai. But I don't want to watch hentai when I'm in the mood to watch anime. I draw a fine line where I don't want too much nudity in my anime because it's just fan service, bro. Like, if you didn't even notice it, it means you watch too much hentai. Hot take? It's you're desensitized to it. And at the end of the day, like, some women are more afraid to talk about their opinion and share their opinion. Just because one lady's okay with it doesn't mean all ladies are okay with it. And on top of that, I've started to think about anime in terms of the male and female gaze. I'll give you an example. A lot of guys don't want to watch boy love. They also don't want to watch certain types of animes, right? They don't want to watch certain types of guys don't want to watch Free. They didn't want to watch Free. There are good animes that don't need to use nudity to turn on the audience to make them like it. Free Rent is extremely wholesome. So like, Free Rent didn't need hentai components to do well. I've never seen it, but I'm a gooner. Yeah, if you're a gooner, Hell's Paradise is 100% for you. It is way too much nudity. I think it's too much for anime. It's okay if there's nudity once in a while, but almost every single episode of Hell's Paradise, it's 16 plus, and I think it needs to be 18 plus. If you guys saw a giant penis every single like episode, you guys would stop watching the anime. You see what I mean? Like, there's a double standard here. There's a double standard here. I'm gonna call this out. When a man watches a titty for his pleasure, titties are hot. But when a woman is breastfeeding, a lot of men find that disgusting because the titty is not for his pleasure. That is the hottest take I have for today. And that's kind of the case when it comes to hentai. That's kind of the case when it comes to like lewder animes. If you like to see titties regardless, then you're free of this. You know what I mean? You are free of all judgment. I'm not judging you. But if you only want to see titties in a sexual content, then that's on you. Like if you guys are free the titties, you're a great person. You're a great person. I respect you. I think a good anime doesn't need to show nudity, doesn't need to show like extreme romance, doesn't need to show like harems. I think a good anime should have strong plot without these components, and I respect it more. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like sex sells. We all know sex sells. Right, so I don't want them to use sex sells as a way to like force the anime upon me. If they say they're watching the anime for the plot and there's like a lot of like sex sells, I'm not a big fan of it. If you use sex to sell your anime, then it's kind of low. But if you don't use it and you only use like a true plot line, I'll be like, wow, this is great. It's only plot. It's pure plot. You know what I mean? Bunny, what's your take if they reverse fan service anime as the fan service was targeted towards female audience? I don't like it when it's lewd men either. So if like I see a guy with like abs in my anime, mostly naked in a hot spring, I'm uncomfortable. Regardless of the gender and the fan service, I don't like it. So even if it's a naked man, I still don't like it. So at the end of the day, I don't like fan service regardless of the gender. If I'm watching an anime, I don't really want sex sells sort of shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm there for the content. I'm there for the plot. I would prefer that they don't use sex sells in my anime because it makes us look weird, okay? It makes us look weird. Let me explain what I mean by that. If your friends walked by and you're watching Hell's Paradise and there's like two ladies making out with in their mouth, I feel like your friends will judge you. So I don't want to watch an anime where I can't watch it in front of my parents. And I'm sitting there being like, I can't watch this anime in public. This is why anime watchers get hella judged. Do not watch Hell's Paradise in front of your parents, your friends, or the girlfriend you're going on a date with for the first time. Like, just this is an anime you want to watch with friends you've been friends with for a while who don't judge you for what anime you watch. But you do not want to be watching this in public. Hell's Paradise should be 18 plus. It should not be on Crunchyroll. You should be watching this at night by yourself. You shouldn't be watching this with friends, and you should never be watching this in a public place. I've watched it once, and I'm on episode 5 and 6, and I dropped it there. I dropped it because it was way too sussy. I was extremely uncomfortable, and I gave up on it. Hell's Paradise, I do not recommend. Dan is not too much fan service for me because it's humor. I think nudity is fine as the purpose of humor. But when it's used for fan service, I don't like it. It's okay if it's to be funny. Like if there's like a naked butt and there's hair on it. You know what I mean? Like if it's just like funny and it's like made for entertainment, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So if you're doing it like a naked butt with like butt hair on it, I'm like, ha ha ha, you know what I mean? Like it's funny. But if it's like a overly exaggerated female character with huge titties who's covered in that's not my thing. That's not my tea. Like if I can't watch it in public, I don't want to watch it.